So I'm doing a walk around my neighborhood. Guys, let's go for a walk as we chat. And I just want to chat to you guys because some of you have asked me questions on if you come to the UK on a skilled worker visa, if you can buy a house here in the UK. And I just want to tell you, yeah, it's possible to come here on a skilled worker visa and purchase a house. And so what do you need? It's a beautiful day. Beautiful day. Like you can see, the weather is lovely, it's beautiful. What's up everybody? Jambo, habari yenyu. Welcome to Baraka Reality Media. My name is Sharon, aka Baraka, and today I'm taking you for a walk. You guys that have been asking me, take us for a walk around, let's see how the UK is. Today I've had the opportunity to take you for a walk around, and yeah, so you guys can get to see. By the way, do you notice huku UK kuna kuanga na fences, so our houses ziko fenced kama tu Kenya. Well, for those of you who come from Kenya, mtajua the houses usually zinakuanga fenced, but ukienda US, actually they are not fenced. Well, they are usually just left open like that. But hapa mpaka kuna zingine mpaka ziko na gate, you know, unaweza ingiza gari yako. Kuna zingine ziko na driveway. Kuna zingine that they are open, so it's not all of them that actually are fenced. There are some that are not they are not fenced. So one of the things that you need to know here when you're walking, we look at the street. So the addresses over here are normally given by the street, and the letters are usually posted through the letter box in the house. So this is a small shopping center. Hapa ni kwa kiosk ile ya Mama Njeri hapo. That's where you can buy, you know, emergencies, things like milk, bread. It's a small supermarket that you can buy that. For those of you who keep asking me, Sharon, is it possible to buy a house when you come to the UK? Is it possible to get a house if you come here on a skilled worker visa? It's very much possible, and one of the things that I'm going to tell you is what the UK or pretty much everywhere would do when you want to purchase a house here in the UK is, first of all, they look at how your credit is. So if you've got good credit, then you should be good to go. So if you come here on a skilled worker visa, the lowest threshold of the money that you can get is 23,000 per annum. And if you use that as a single person, then obviously that is not enough. You need more than that. If you're like a couple and you both are earning that amount, then that is usually considered, and that is actually not bad. But as a single person, that may not be enough. And unless you want, again, it all actually depends on the price of the house that you are buying. And the price of the house that you're buying, then you will determine the amount of credit that you're going to get when you're buying a house. Unless you're super rich, msidanganywe, nobody buys house cash money. Of course, some people are super rich and they are able to do that, but most people will take a mortgage. And a mortgage is where you approach the bank and they will lend you the money, and now you will be left paying the mortgage or the bank monthly payments. Now, the advantages of buying a house is that the value increases. It never depreciates. The value increases, and after some time, then you can unlock that money and put a big chunk of it if you want to clear your mortgage early, or you can use that money to do another investment. So it's entirely up to you what you can do, but those options are there. But if you're renting, you're not gaining anything, because that money or the increase of that investment goes to the owner of the property. So that's the advantage of owning your own home, the fact that you can still unlock that money and use that money towards something else. Like, for example, unajua that during Corona time, there was a time when jobs were closed and people couldn't go to work. So what happened is the banks here in the UK were giving people 3 months mortgage free for those who were affected by the COVID pandemic. Can you imagine 3 months and you're not paying the mortgage, as in you're living rent free? That was really good, and a lot of people really benefited around that time because they were able to have some savings. Now, if you're renting, you have to pay the landlord. You can't get away and say that you're not going to pay the rent because there are tough times. Usually you're going to get like a notice from the landlord if you don't make payment for your house, and you could end up being thrown out of your property. But if it is your own mortgage and you experience difficult financial situation, you can approach your financiers, which is the bank, and tell them that you're going through a financial crisis, and ask them how they can support you. So that is one of again the advantages of having your own mortgage. If you hear noises, because people are outside enjoying the weather just like I am. So people are having barbecues. Here we have fences. Now we have fences. America nikitembea, they don't actually have fences. Huku mpaka we have gates. See? I don't know if you can see that property that is gated. Yeah, so but in some places like the US, you go and the houses are just left bare, and maumbo ndio hizo unasikia. We meet again.
It's good exercise.
It's good exercise, yeah, going round. You take care. Oh, mama tumekutana na yeye several times, so she's walking her dog and me, I'm just walking here alone, doing exercises. Alright, so where was I? I was buying the advantages of having your own property. And imagine, all these are people's houses. This is zote ni nyumba za watu, people that have owned. So you will know places where people have owned their properties, and also you will see people that live in like council properties. The houses are usually very, very different. Let me take you into this other neighborhood here. It's also a very nice neighborhood. This is our neighbors. These are our neighbors, and this is an upcoming development. And they're always having like upcoming developments all the time, which is really good because you'll always have somewhere that you can stay. Alright, I keep losing focus, guys. It's so hard doing a video outside. By the way, I'm not the best person to do videos outside. That's why I never do videos outside. But today I just want to show you pretty much how the houses are, and I hope you can see them. Actually, let me turn. I'm the worst person doing videos outside. I'm not very confident because muskia ni kama watu wananisikia watu wote, and I don't want to take people, I don't want to record people. Yeah, so you see all these beautiful houses. Ni kazi. There's a lot of work that has gone into them, as in they normally come bare, no carpets, no flooring. You normally are usually just given a shell, and then you pretty much do all the work for yourself. But that also helps to increase the value of the house. So by the time you're coming to maybe 2 years, the value of the house has already increased. Imagine, I'm already sweating. That's how hot it is here. So anyway, back to the mortgage issue. So you go to the bank, and you can approach the bank directly, or you can use brokers. So they're like estate agencies or house brokers that are usually really equipped. They will be able to calculate your income, expenditure, and look at your affordability. So if it is a joint mortgage, they will tell you if you can afford, and if it is a mortgage is a single person, they'll also be able to advise you. Everything depends on obviously your income. That is what determines how much mortgage you can get. Once you get the mortgage, then depending on how much they're going to give you, then you can decide to buy that house, or if the money is not enough, then you can decide that you're going to buy somewhere else. Someone is entering their drive, so we have to wait. So telling you the differences between houses that are owned and houses that are maybe council houses. I don't know, there's just a way they look. And they're not bad houses, like maybe check those ones. You see, they're good houses. So there's a way I really can't explain, but if you're from the UK, you'll be able to tell. You'll be able to tell houses that are private rented, like those ones, and ones that are like, you know, the ones that you can buy. So when I say that they are council houses, I don't mean it in a negative way, and I don't mean they are bad. They're actually very, very good. The rent is cheaper compared to other houses, and most of them will look like these ones behind me. If you can see, those are not bad houses at all. Or maybe even people already own them, because it's possible nowadays to live in a council house and then buy it after some time. So you see guys, I've kept the camera rolling for you, so you've been able to see different places. In fact, I'm thinking I can take you for a walk inside the woods. They call it the woods over here. So let's go to the woods. The woods is the forest. Just in case you get confused, what is the woods? The woods is the forest. It's a nice walk, nice and quiet, still near our neighborhood over here. You see I've kept the camera rolling for you. Actually, I've not even stopped it. And it's a nice place to just come around quietly and do this lovely walk. Some people just drive and they get off the car and just walk, but since it's around my neighborhood, I've decided to just take a walk myself. So guys, I keep stopping and starting, but anyway, what I was saying is, so it's possible to come here on a skilled worker visa and buy your own house, buy your own mortgage, depending on your income, depending on how much you have saved. So what guys I would advise you to do when you come over here, try and save as much as possible, because the advantages of having your own house are many. The advantages of having your own home, owning a home, are more than the advantages of renting. In fact, renting has no advantages apart from obviously it's going to be maybe cheaper. So the rent you pay, one second, so the rent you pay is cheaper. I don't know, let me just go this way. The rent you pay is cheaper, and but actually it's possible to even get a mortgage, and the rent, not the rent, but the mortgage you pay is less or the same as what you pay for your rent. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it's possible to pay cheap mortgage than the rent itself. It's very, very possible. And so for me, owning a house has more advantages than renting. This is nice. It's just like a pond over here. There. Beautiful. And there's some ducks around here. There's even fish inside that pond. See how beautiful it is. It feels like in Kenya there's a place called Arboretum. I remember many years ago I used to go to Arboretum Park, and this is how it feels like. It just feels like Arboretum around here. I really love coming over here to go for these nice walks. It feels nice and relaxing and enjoying the nature. Yeah, so guys, like I was telling you, save. When you come over here, don't waste your money. Don't come here and start partying and not saving, because you can easily come over here and get into the lifestyle of partying, and then you forget about saving. Save as much as you can so that you can put a deposit. The other thing, before you buy a house, you will need 20% deposit, 20% of the mortgage, 20%. How am I going to pass over here now? All right, so I think let me just go back this way. You will need 20% deposit, 20% of the value of the house. I'm not sure when you come here on a skilled worker visa you can get the 15%. Usually the government gives 15% deposit to first home owners or first home buyers, but usually that is given to people who are residents or citizens here in the UK. I'm not sure whether if you come here on a skilled worker visa, you would benefit from that 15% contribution from the government, which really helps, because 15% is a lot of money. Otherwise you might have to raise that yourself. And so what I would urge you guys, earn and save. So maybe what you need to do is, when you come over here, don't live that high lifestyle. Jaribu tu kukuwa na just a simple life. Don't spend a lot, and that way you'll be able to save. So you can decide, maybe in the first 1 year or 2 years you're going to stay in a cheap accommodation, but you know what you're doing, you know that you're saving up your money. And then when you sell your property, the good thing, even if you decide to go back to your country of origin and you sell your property, you will when you sell your property, you will be able to go with all that money. All that is your money. So what happens is the bank will take their portion, and then the rest they're going to give to you, because it's your money. And always know that houses always increase value. They never depreciate. Even during COVID times, when people were saying the market house has gone low, people still made a lot of money. The houses were still increasing value. The reason why they were being sold cheap is because people didn't have money. So those who had money took advantage and bought houses that time. Now the value of those properties that they bought have increased by double. So if you ever decide to go back to your country of origin and you are a homeowner, once the bank have taken their share, you're going to get everything else back, and you can then decide to go and invest in your country. If you don't want to continue living here in the UK, if you want to continue living here in the UK, you can take that money and invest it in something else. That is how people become property investors, because you're taking that money, you're unlocking the money from your mortgage and using it to do other investments. And yeah, so that's the advantage. I know I have talked a lot in this video. Possibly I was not making sense because I was not concentrating. I told you I'm not very good in recording when I am outside, but I hope you have enjoyed a walk with me in my neighborhood. At least umeona vile kuko, you've seen the forest, the nature walks, you've seen the houses. I've shown you how the houses are around my neighborhood, and I will do another video when I get an opportunity and take you somewhere else. If you want to see more of the UK, if you want to see more of these videos, please let me know. Let me continue enjoying this nature walk, and until the next time guys, for now I say Baraka.